Hi everyone, I just want to make a video to let you guys know I've been trying to do the e-commerce stuff, a lot of the things that are shown on YouTube that will tell you how to make an e-commerce store and how to use affiliate programs and how to promote them with Facebook, Udemy, Google, lots of other places. And it's been very difficult, and for the most part I'm starting to feel like 90% of the stuff out there is all a bunch of lies because everything gets shut down. And it does look like there's some truth on doing the email marketing. So once you can build an email list, then you can continue to offer products to people that are interested in your stuff. But for the most part, that's a time consuming and maybe a thing that can take years to do. And for me, that is trying to make my business grow and trying to do something online, I'm having a hard time doing that. I started doing a website based on having a 2 and 5 year old daughter. I started doing a website on school supplies, and my daughter named it. It's called cransandmarkers.com. And everything I did with Facebook, they would suspend my account, they would disable my account, they would disapprove my ad, and I was the bad guy every time, and I had to argue and complain and beg to get my stuff back up. And my stuff was more down than up, and one of the ads I was doing was down so much that they even said, okay, it's accepted now, but nothing ever came for 3 days while the other ad just kept on working. And then so I went in to try to correct it. But what happened when I was correcting it is they rejected it, and then they disabled my account, and they also disabled the other ad they had been running for 3 days. So I got sick of Facebook, and I went to Google, who is said to be 5 times more expensive than Facebook. But to tell you the truth, if I'm going to get results, I'm willing to pay that extra 5 times. And it does seem like it could be a lot more expensive. And I started out with a $10 budget. They showed me on a sliding scale that on this budget of doing $10, all my competitors are around the $30 range, and the highest people that are getting on the first page are in the $70 range per day. And that's just something that's I can't pay $2,100 a month for advertising. I would have to be making double to triple that on it, and maybe at some point I could, but not to start out like most of you. But what really surprised me is that the clicks were happening a lot less, the impressions were a lot more, and my site is hand built, so I can't say that everything I put on there is appealing. And this isn't for Crayons and Markers, although cransandmarkers.com is set up the same way. This is for choicesecurity.net. Get it? SecurityNet. Anyway, so this is Choice Security. I've been doing security for 24 years now. And this is something that should be easy to sell, but part of the reason I've stayed in it is it pays well because it's a hard sell. For people that want it, for people that don't want it, for people that have to be talked into it, for people that don't agree with it, it's still difficult to get people to sign up. Although most of my business is through ADT, and ADT gets a new sign up every hour of every day on average. I don't get that. I'm lucky to get 2 or 3 a week. So, and I'm with the company now that I can do 46 states. So if any of you need an alarm system, cameras, automation, I can do it for you. But for the most part, that's not about this. This is about how Google treated me and how their stuff, everything is put in simple little boxes, almost more simple than the Crayons and Markers website, because everything is, these are your words. These are what got clicked on. This is what you said. This is what there is. There's a few confusing parts that asked for pictures. They disappeared, and I had to put the pictures on again. So I'm not really sure what happened the first time, but then I looked for my ad, and I found a text version of the ad, and I think I charged myself because I clicked on it, and I think it counted as a click, so I actually made myself have to pay somewhere between $3 to $10 for my own click. But I needed to see how it worked, so chalk that up to experience. But the other thing that blew me away is that I wasn't getting very much on the $10 a day. And then I got a phone call, actually woke me up this morning. I work late, so it was 10 a.m. or somewhere around there. It wasn't early, but they woke me up today to say, hey, we'd like to spend 5-10 minutes with you to try to make your site successful, try to make your campaign successful. And we were on the phone for an hour and 5 minutes, which I thought was tremendously longer than they said, but tremendously helpful, because they went through the things that would work and what wouldn't work, and told me what I was thinking, and told me what I was thinking that was wrong, and told me what will work. They did sell me on a higher price plan for a good reason, though. That $10 amount, they said, you know what, you're getting the impressions. That means that we're putting you out there, but you're not on the first page. The $70 and even $30 people are beating you out on the first page. You don't have to be at $70 a day to be on the first page, but you should be somewhere in the middle. You'll at least get some first page exposure, because you're only at 2.5% on clicks for impressions, and you should be around 10%. And so I went right to the middle, $32.90 a day. I said, you know what? I'm going to end up having a closed account and owing you guys $1,000 by the end of the month if this doesn't work. But if it works, great. I'll double it, and I'll do more cities, and I'll build it. But I got to see that it works. And they showed me the keywords that were I can't even think of the word for it. Sorry, you guys. They showed me which keywords were searched for most often, and I was able to tailor to that. And then on the list on the side, all the impressions, they said all these impressions happened for this word, for this phrase. And so I start tailoring to that, and it starts getting better and better. And even though I was only at 6 clicks for 215 impressions, after that phone call, when I made some adjustments, I only had 3 impressions and got a click. I haven't made any sales yet. This is still the same afternoon from talking to them, and I made a lot of adjustments on my site, but I'm thinking this is more of a business platform, and if you're not out there trying to get people to play and click on this game, or this is eye candy, or this is mental junk food, if you're really doing a real product, it seems like Google is a lot more serious platform. Plus, when you're on Facebook and you see an ad that's serious, you kind of tend to want to say, hey, I'm water skiing right now. I'm doing something fun. I'm playing a game of pool. I'm doing something that's fun. I don't want to look at an alarm system right now. I don't even want to look at school supplies right now. I want to play my game. So you're not really looking for that. But when you're getting people that are searching on Google, they're searching for the words that you have out there. So this is my little bit of input, and I think that it could be helpful to some of you. I know I went through a lot of frustration through Facebook, and in my opinion, if they want to keep their customers, they need to quit treating customers like bad guys off the get-go. They had me take a class on what I was doing that was offensive to people and making 2.2 billion people uncomfortable, when all I was trying to do was promote my 2 websites. I didn't have any vulgarity. I wasn't trying to sell any illegal things. I did at one point have some affiliate things that were high paying things, but I know they treated them like I was trying to scam people, and I didn't really appreciate that either. But Google says, with the guy that called today, he said, we want you to be successful, so you have 30 days of free support. And if you need a phone call, let me know, or here's my email. And he emailed me some information to use, and I recommend it highly, you guys. From what I've seen, I've been doing it 3 days now, and I think it's going to work. I see progress already, and Facebook I did for about 2 weeks, and all I did was argue with them. So that's my input, and I hope it helps you guys, and I hope you're all successful. If you guys have something to share back with me, then write me a note, like and share, or whatever that stuff is. I'm new to this, so let me know what you think. Thanks, and have a great day.